welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Wellness Wednesday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM in New Orleans, but of course we reach all over the world. This is a Good Life radio show. Of course, I am Eileen. I have one of my favorite people, and you will really know why he's one of my favorite people in the second segment, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Bashan Jordan of Tiger Rock NOLA, he is the man with the master plan. Six How do you say it correctly?
6 degrees.
6 degrees. 6 degrees of heat. That's what he delivers. 6 degrees of heat. But someone else who is absolutely delivering. And I'm going to give you a short 2 seconds about how I came to find this. Because how I came to find this, and Lee will understand, is nothing but God. I'm not even kidding. You know those moments where you're like, that was you. So I was watching a YouTube broadcast of this gentleman named Apostle Matthew Stevenson. If you don't know him, you should probably go look him up. And so every year he does this prophecy over the entire year. He actually, and so I went back and watched it. So obviously that was from January, right? He had prophesied that a Supreme Court justice was going to die. It was so much. And I was like, really? He prophesied that there would be a young black woman to come up with a cure for cancer. I was like, okay. So guess what? There are no coincidences, right, Lee? I watched this 2 days ago. This morning, because this wasn't even a part of the show, but this show is on clarity, focus, and faith. And when you have these things, amazing things can happen. So I got up this morning, and I'm watching this, and I watched an interview by Roland Martin on TV One. So I want to thank them so much for this interview. It was an interview with Dr. Hadiya Nicole Greene with a PhD. Dr. Hadiya Nicole Greene is a multidisciplinary physicist who specializes in targeted cancer therapeutics using laser-activated nanoparticles and immune therapies to develop biomarker-specific platforms to target, image, and treat malignant tumors. Dr. Greene was recently awarded $1.1 million HBCU RSTP Career Development Award from the VA Office of Research and Development. The grant will support the further development of 4 patent-pending technologies, including a 3-in-1 system for early detection, imaging, targeting, and selective treatment of head and neck cancer, and a 10-minute laser-activated nanoparticle treatment that induces 100% tumor regression. Did y'all hear me? 10-minute laser-activated nanoparticle treatment that induces a 100% tumor regression. And since I can't have her on the, not saying I can't, but at this moment I can't, and this interview took place last night. They posted it yesterday. I had to get this information to you because we have got to support Dr. Greene. Here's the interview.
Folks, the National Cancer Institute estimates nearly 1.7 million new cases of cancer will be diagnosed in the U.S. every year. With few common types of cancer treatments available, patients are limited in how they can fight the disease. Well, a Morehouse professor, top physicist, Dr. Hadiya Nicole Greene at Morehouse School of Medicine is developing a laser treatment with little to no side effects. She hopes to give cancer patients a new way to beat the disease. Her research is very much groundbreaking. I recently talked with her about this. We began with me asking her why she chose to study this type of cancer research.
My aunt, who raised me from age 4, right after I graduated from undergrad at Alabama A&M University, she announced that she had woman's cancer, so either cervical or ovarian. And she said that she would rather die than experience the side effects of chemotherapy and radiation. I took care of her the last 3 months of her life. 3 months after she passed, my uncle, who raised me from age 4, was diagnosed with esophageal cancer. He said that he would go through the treatments. His doctors gave him 3 months to live. I nursed him back, and he lived another 10 years.
Wow.
But I watched him and took care of him as he went through chemotherapy and radiation. I watched him lose 150 pounds, all of his hair, his eyelashes, his eyebrows. I watched his fingernails turn black. And I saw how his skin went from being a beautiful chocolate to looking like it had been burnt in an oven or barbecued. It was horrific. I got to experience firsthand the horrors of cancer and the horrors of cancer treatment. And I said, there has to be a better way. So I took my undergraduate experiences with research that were based in optical communications and lasers, and I was planning on revolutionizing the way we receive internet and cable TV. Mm-hmm. And then I said, if we can see from a satellite in outer space if a dime on the ground is face up or face down, we should be able to do a better job pinpointing the tumor and treating just the tumor and not the whole person. Why not? And if we call one person in a room full of people just their cell phone rings and not the entire room, why can't we have that kind of precision when we're treating cancer? Why not?
Now, did folks think you were crazy saying all that?
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Because I felt like if there was something that I was born to do, maybe this was it. And if other people were going to do it, it would have been done already. So I took it upon myself and pursued a PhD in physics specifically to develop this treatment. Mm-hmm. And my PhD advisor said, usually my graduate students work on my projects and my ideas, but I had funding from the National Science Foundation and some other organizations, and that allowed me the freedom to explore this idea. And I found a mentor at the Comprehensive Cancer Center at the University of Alabama at Birmingham. I spent 5 years in his lab developing my idea. And when I started to demonstrate what I was doing with laser-activated nanoparticles in mice, and I got the first results, the tumor shrank so fast that nobody believed it. That's when they thought I was crazy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, the tumor was the size of a chickpea, and now it's gone. And everybody was like, yeah, right. And I'm like, I didn't take pictures, so I had to go back.
You always got to have evidence.
Right. So I had to go back and repeat the experiments a couple of times to make sure that I documented exactly what happened and the tumor regression that I induced after a single 10-minute treatment with these laser-activated nanoparticles. And the results were remarkable. The beauty in what I've done, if you can see on the top left-hand corner, this is before the laser and nanoparticle treatment.
Okay.
And then this is right after the nanoparticle and laser treatment. And you see how the scar starts to heal. And at the end of the 15 days, there's barely a scar left. I was like, oh my God, honey, I shrunk the tumor. And then my advisor told me, nobody wants a cancer treatment that doesn't incorporate a drug. It'll never see the light of day. Go back to the drawing board. So I went back to the drawing board and incorporated what people are calling immunotherapy and used an antibody that's already FDA approved for treating head and neck cancer and colorectal cancer. And I used that antibody as the delivery vehicle to deliver my nanoparticles to the site of the tumor. And I added a fluorescent tag, so you have a 3-in-1 system, a 3-in-1 platform that can target, image, and treat, that's minimally invasive, that doesn't have the observed side effects of chemotherapy and radiation. And after a single 10-minute treatment with that platform, there's 40% reduction in the tumor volume over 2 days. The beauty in that is that without the laser-activated nanoparticles, those same antibodies that's already FDA approved, it takes months to get that kind of result. So we're talking about enhancing the time of therapy, reducing the costs, reducing the side effects. And this is something, for me, was near and dear to my heart, simply because I didn't think anybody else should have to experience what my aunt and uncle went through.
Can this be used in multiple areas when it comes to cancer?
Okay, very good question. So the way that I designed the platform, it is not cancer type specific. Even though I initially demonstrated this on head and neck cancer, it will work in theory, and that's one of the things I just received the Career Development Award, to demonstrate how robust this therapy is for breast cancer, prostate cancer, colorectal cancer, ovarian, and there are other cancer types that I'd like to explore, but a lot of that is having enough resources to do that exploration and then to move into humans, translate it into clinical trials, and then launch it so that it's available around the country.
So you got the $1 million grant from the VA.
Yes.
What will that do?
So that covers 5 years of research. It's $200,000 a year. It will allow me to demonstrate this in head and neck cancer and tumors that are metastatic and compare what I'm doing to the current chemotherapy treatments. So it's, in the big scheme of things, for me, it's a huge boost as an early career scientist, because most people in my area, they have 300 publications and 30 years of experience. So it gives me a chance to move into the scientific community of cancer researchers. The other thing that I learned after I got the award is that every clinical trial costs somewhere between $200,000 and $500,000 for phase 1. And then there are some phase 3 clinical trials that can cost upwards of $1 million. And then the last 200 companies that commercialize a medical device, to get through FDA and the regulatory experience, the average over those 200 companies was $31 million. And so I'm like, okay, it's nice to have this first million, but now there's this huge mountain if I want to commercialize this and make this readily available for the people who need it. So
how's that process going?
I just started it. And one of the things that I'm grateful about is the opportunity to come on your show to talk about the need for people to support research, so that things can move from the lab, something that's working effectively in mice, to move it into humans. And that's something that I need the support of everybody who believes that there's a better way to treat cancer. I need that support.
So what's your number? 30?
30.
And you're trying to raise it over how long?
Over 3 years.
Over 3 years?
Yes.
All right, and so the $1 million grant is the start of that?
Yes.
All right, so now you need 29 more?
Yes.
And so who are you talking to? Where are you going? How are you going about that process?
I'm starting with you, Roland.
Okay, so I mean, what is your mechanism? Have you established your website? Have you for folks for information?
So there are 2 different ways that people can donate. First is through Morehouse School of Medicine's website. They can go to their website and make a donation and designate it to Dr. Greene's research. And then the other mechanism is my own personal website, is www.physics2cancer.org, and physics, PHYSICS, the number 2, cancer.org. And you can make a donation on that site.
Have you had conversations with other foundations, philanthropists as well, who are interested in funding cancer research?
So not yet. So I'm happy to start having those conversations.
Okay. Well, look, we're certainly glad to have you here. It is certainly exciting.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Kickstart your day at 7 and get the news you need.
Thank you.
Wow.
Dr. Hadia Nicole Greene. She has a PhD. She is a young black woman, and she has found something. And let's be clear, y'all, she is absolutely anointed to do this. And we need to support her. $30 million to eradicate cancer? Do you know how much money we spend in a blink of an eye for all of these other things that are going on in the world?
Yeah.
To end cancer? And were you paying attention in the interview where her professor told her, you can't do something that doesn't require a drug because they won't do it.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? If we fund it,
Yeah.
they'll do it, right?
Exactly.
We'll find a way. It takes her $30 million. She said she was looking for it in 3 years. If we can give her our support and connect her with organizations that we know, I know there's somebody out there listening that this is near and dear to your heart, and you know somebody with $30 million.
Mm-hmm.
This is that serious.
Wow.
Or you know somebody who has a foundation who can put it together. Her website is physics2cancer.org. I say all the money goes straight to her so she can take care of this and we can move this along very quickly. Physics2cancer.org, PHYSICS 2, the number 2, cancer.org. Her name is Hadia Nicole Greene. Dr. Greene is a multidisciplinary physicist who specializes in targeted cancer therapeutics. I'm so excited, y'all. Using laser-activated nanoparticles and immunotherapies to develop biomarker-specific platforms to target, image, and treat malignant tumors. It does not have to be the way it's been. Open your mind to living differently in the world. Please, please, please go support her. Physics2cancer.org. If you want to listen to this interview again by Roland Martin and TV1. Thank them so much letting us borrow it and play it for you today. You can follow us on the Good Life Radio Show or my personal page, Eileen Carter, the Good Life Radio Show, Eileen Carter. Please, y'all, there's somebody out there listening who can help her. Please reach out and do it. PhysicsToCancer.org. Let's find a way to eradicate this. Or actually, God already made a way. We just need to support it. Open your minds, y'all. This is a good life, and we will be right back.
Small businesses play an important role in society, and L&R Security is no different. L&R Security delivers safety and comfort to our neighborhoods, events, apartment communities, conventions, work sites, festivals, and your business. L&R Security can be reached at 504-943-3191 to ensure the safety of your employees, customers, family, friends, and you. L&R Security has made its mark in the security arena for over 37 years and will faithfully continue that tradition. Call today for your personalized consultation to ensure your security needs are met. L&R Security differentiates itself by creating partnerships with our clients and guards. We are now hiring armed and unarmed guard professionals, retired military, sheriffs, and PD to grow with us and impact our community. Be a part of the change with L&R Security. Call us now at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191.
Are you satisfied with your current financial position? My name is Kenneth Barnes, President and CEO of KB Enterprises, where we specialize in putting together step-by-step financial action steps for your plan for today and for tomorrow. Whether you're 50 to 85 and need assistance with your final expenses, we have coverage options for every situation. Let us put life back into your finances. Call us today at 504-914-1202. That's 504-914-1202.
Are you looking for a better way to get fit? Bored with the same old routines? Looking for results or a way to instill discipline in the kids? Tiger Rock Martial Arts is the answer with Taekwondo, kickboxing, and self-defense classes. Tiger Rock diversifies your training in ways that allows individuals of all ages and fitness levels to feel like a champion. Join Tiger Rock today. TigerRockNola.com or 504-455-9694. That's 504-455-9694 with a 3-class starter pack starting for only $38, which includes your training uniform. Learn, grow, and succeed with Tiger Rock's 3 convenient locations: Old Metairie, West Bank, and Clearview. There's no better time to start gaining strength, skills, and protection for life than now. 504-455-9694. 504-455-9694. See you on the mat.
Gumbo Talk Thursday on the Good Life Radio Show is brought to you by the Downtown Development District. Over 40 years ago, the DDD was created to foster economic development in the heart of the Crescent City. Today, that vision is a real success, and Downtown NOLA is thriving. Tune in Thursdays to the Good Life Radio Show at 11 a.m. to connect with the retailers, businesses, and the downtown experience to be a part of what's happening in your city you call home. Visit Downtown NOLA today. It's the Good Life.
Carter Business Development delivers. For businesses to compete, they must have access. Let CBD be your bridge for business development services, radio advertising, social media marketing, brand ambassador, outreach, and access. Contact Carter Business Development at 504-400-7127 or email Eileen@tglradioshow.com. Carter Business Development creates unfolding opportunities. CBD connects the dots from where you are to where you want to be. Join the good life now with Carter Business Development, 504-400-7127, 504-400-7127. As quoted, a man who stops advertising to save money is like a man who stops a clock to save time. Let CBD save you time and give you access. Call 504-400-7127, 504-400-7127. Take the steps required for access so you can live the good life too with Carter Business Development. That's 504-400-7127.
Hi, I'm Henry Jolly, your relationship expert and nationally certified counselor. Everyone at some point in their life goes through struggles. I'm a firm believer that people have the ability to will themselves into good situations, but sometimes they may need some assistance. Being a loving husband, father, and successful businessman while having a passion for the counseling profession has allowed me to gain experience with a variety of these struggles. Let's work together to achieve your individual, family, or marital potential. Come and see me at the New Orleans Growth Center, located at 3712 MacArthur Boulevard on the West Bank in Suite 209. You can reach me at 504-259-8671 or by email, which is henry.jolly@yahoo.com. Thanks for your time, and I'm looking forward to working with you soon.
WBOK, real talk for real times. Good night, hey. Good night, yes. Good night,
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Wellness Wednesday, and we're here to open your mind. We are discussing clarity, focus, and faith right here on the Good Life Radio Show this morning. And I just have to repeat this before we jump into our next segment because it really is that important to me. We listened to an interview, thank you TV1 and Roland Martin. We listened to an interview of Roland Martin with Dr. Hadiya Nicole Greene. She has found a system for early detection, imaging, targeting, and selective treatment of head and neck cancer. But what's special is her process isn't cancer specific. A 10-minute laser-activated nanoparticle treatment that induces 100% tumor regression. 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100%. So we need everyone to donate to her. And Bashan's and I, during the break, were like breaking it down. That is, we have 50 states in the United States of America. So it's 6,000 people in every state donated $100. That would be her $30 million. If 6,000 people from every state in the United States of America donated $100, we would make it. We could do that in a day if we really got our minds right.
Wow.
We could do it now. Open your mind to living differently in the world.
Wow.
I put the what did I put? I'm so excited about this. I put the link for the interview online, but I'm going to put the link to donate on there as well. And I probably will do it just like every time I ever think about it. And talking about focus, this is like a flip side of this, but talking about focus, clarity, and faith, because that's our thing today, and we want to be, God, please put your hands over Dr. Greene and just help her walk in your way.
Wow.
Y'all, I am touched by this. Good Lord. Bashan's is trying to give me a little clarity and focus and faith. And we were talking about a program that he started a couple years ago, which has given him clarity, focus, and faith.
Yeah.
And so I want him to talk about this program. And he actually sells the program at his studio in Metairie, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Give us the address.
It's 605 Metairie Road.
And the phone number.
504-831-1110.
And so talk about clarity, focus, and faith. And when you see that it's worked for someone else, and it's not just like, oh, they kept it off for 3 months, because that would be me. But I have seen this man keep it off for 3-4 years.
It's been,
how long is it? Almost 5 years?
5 years now.
5 years. So that's the type of return that I want on my investment. So give us a little bit about this program. Tell us what it is.
All right. So basically, I kind of gave my story a couple weeks ago. I was weighing about 235. I wasn't looking too healthy and hot, and not looking fit and all that good stuff. And I just kind of one day I woke up and told my wife I need to make a change and I need to do something because my body wasn't acting right. I was having a lot of I was hurting from different places, things like that. So I gotta look the part, right? So the next day, a young lady walked into my office when I was on Child Patulas, and she introduced me to this program. It's called Advocare, and I was like, man, this is it. This is obviously you sent from God, because we just talked about this, and what intrigued me most about it is that the 24-day challenge was a set plan that I'm the type of person that I need to be told what time I need to do this and what time I need to eat and what I need to eat and things like that. Because I can't just go by myself. I got to have, something guiding me. And the other good thing is that you had people looking out for you and helping you and pushing you through this journey as well. So I started a 24-day challenge with Advocare, and originally on the first 24 days, I didn't see any major results. I saw some things. I saw my energy change and things like that, but I didn't see any really major. So I kind of laid off for a couple of days. It wasn't until the following week I saw a couple people I haven't seen in a while, and he's like, man, something changed about you. I was like,
really?
Oh, shoot. All right, wait, what happened?
That's what I'm talking about.
I started the program again, and I was like, okay.
Okay.
I say, what did change? And that was what changed. And I did it again, and that's when I really got into it, and I really stuck it through, and I just kept with it and doing some of the other products that they have, and man, that was just a life changer. Now, I continuously do the products on a everyday basis, and not saying that you have to do products to lose weight or whatever, but for me, that's what works for me, and this what works for me, and I'll continue to do it. I don't care. You can tell me you got something better. This is what I know. So, but now I'm trying to introduce you to Tylene now.
I'm so excited.
And it basically it just starts with a cleansing process, just kind of cleanse your body of all the gook, and you need to get out of your system to help whatever. And this is not a weight loss product. We don't call it a weight loss product. It's a wellness product, and that's exactly what it does. It makes you feel better about yourself. And
well, that's exactly. I want to feel better.
Can it be used for weight loss? Of course it can. But it's not just made for you to lose weight. But it's an overall wellness. For me, I feel better. I have more energy, like I said, and what I do for a living, it takes a lot of energy away from me. So that's the main thing. And having an 8-year-old at the time he was 3, and having a 3-year-old going home too after teaching classes all day and then dealing with a 3-year-old at night. That's a lot of energy.
You will woe out.
I will woe out. So I need that extra little boost of energy, because I have a lot of energy no matter what. But at night, at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, when it's time to go play with my son, yeah, you need that little kick of energy. So that's it. And I was, and that's what did it for me. So I brought some stuff for Eileen to try it out, and we're going to get it started. So actually, I'm going to show it to you real quick.
Yeah, show me. And for everyone, if you would like to see what's going on, make sure you follow us on Facebook Live right now, because he is going to show you everything and go through the products with me so that I can live the good life too. It has worked for him, so I'm really excited about starting it. Y'all know I did a plan last year, and I am very good. I don't know how that sounds. I'm very good when I'm told what to do.
No, that's good.
If you give me a schedule and eat this, do this, and do this, I'm very good. I go sideways, and I don't have clarity and focus when I have too many options.
Oh yeah.
I need focus. Well, that's what we're talking about today. So
I'm the same.
I'm
way.
on the plan.
Yeah.
I told y'all I went to the wellness center with Xavier University, their partnership at in Elmwood. Mm-hmm. And I got a physical, and not a physical, but I guess, kind of
screening.
Screening. I got, they pinched areas, and they let me know what I need. And I just knew, this is going to be so bad. But it was like, Eileen, you only need to lose 12 pounds. I was like, oh, okay, it's so doable. So I've been on my water and everything else. Yeah. And I think I'm a little smaller, but I really want to take it seriously because it's not just me. It's my child and my future. And I want to be here for years to come, and I want to live a good life. So I'm doing this because
and then 12 inches. 12 whatever it is.
I'll take 12 inches.
12 pounds. 12 pounds is what I meant. The 12 pounds is. It's not like I said. It's not about.
I'm being
weight.
Transparent.
It's
not
about being healthy.
Judge me on this air.
It's about being healthy so you can live that long life and things like that. So that's what it's all about.
So can you explain the products for me?
Yeah. So
and how you use them?
So this is what we're going to start with is the 10-day cleanse. So it's a 10-day process. It's a cleansing. Fiber drinks, which is kind of like I guess the best way to think of it is like Metamucil, I guess, but it's different. But the good thing about it is that it has probiotics as well. So instead of
I hear a lot about probiotics. Doc, tell us about probiotics.
Yeah. Probiotics help with digestion. Depending on what you've been eating, our gut flora starts to grow as infants. Your gut flora changes with the foods that you eat. So helping with things with you'll be cleaning out your gut flora, kind of giving it a restart.
I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, and
actually we have Lawrence on Facebook Live. He said he needs a schedule too. He's at his best when he's told what to do.
Exactly.
I mean, some of us just are. At least I know it.
And we also have
what's next.
With that, you're going to also be doing a meal replacement shakes, and basically that's exactly what it is, a meal replacement. So, but this is really good because it's a very good. It could be breakfast. It could be like a snack. It's very filling. And I'm saying that for myself. A lot of people, with the packet that it comes with, I mean, you probably look at it like, man, this is not going to fill me up. I can probably do half of that, and it'll fill me up.
Really?
That's a lot. So if you could do the whole thing, I mean, that'll get you through your little breakfast. For those who are always on the go, which I am always on the go.
I really like because I've tried. I'm a guinea pig. I try all kinds of stuff. I like that they're in packets and it's not in the big tub because. Who wants to take that tub everywhere?
No, exactly.
I don't. So this is really.
And that's one of the things I liked about it too.
Pretty smart.
And you plan ahead of time. So I have my little backpack that I carry around, and it has all my stuff that has my lunch, has my snacks, has my supplements in there, all that good stuff. And then also, of course, there's the Spark, which is like the greatest thing on earth. That just helps you get you through your day. So if you're like a heavy coffee drinker. Even if you're not a heavy coffee drinker, that Spark
is a vitamin and amino acid supplement.
And what amino acids is good for,
Get
Doc?
your little energy boost.
Doc, what are amino acids good for?
Amino acids are good for building proteins. Just to chime in, though, real quick, this program, so it takes about a good 3 weeks. I think I posted about that for habits to change.
Exactly.
Right.
Basically, any program like this or program that you see, it's good for jump-starting a lifestyle change. What I like about different programs, the ones that want you to buy their products and to do these things for the rest of your life, to me are a bunch of hoo-ha. This one is it's 21 days, which is 3 weeks to get you started and get you in the habit of doing other things for yourself, which means that it can wean you off of this if you need to, and you can start living a normal life, because it does get to the point where, for me anyway, I like patterns and being told what to do, but after a while it's like, look, I'm tired of you telling me what to do, and I want to eat this. So this helps you, and it pulls you back into the ring.
Back into shape every night.
Yeah, you drink water, you learn to cleanse, you eat your fiber, you start making your own substitutions. So I think it's great, and it doesn't look like it tastes bad.
And what?
I'm glad it's vanilla, because then you can
it has chocolate,
put a little
vanilla,
cinnamon in it.
I'm glad I'm touching on what Doc said. With a lot of products, like he said, you get on it, and then once you get off of it, everything just goes to, you know what I mean, So I actually tested that out just
to
see.
downward place in a handbasket.
I tested it out. Like I tried it. I did the 24, and I got off of it for about a couple of weeks just to see. And actually, like I said with you, I actually kept seeing the results.
But you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's listening, but I'm going to shout him out because some of you listening may know him. One of my friends, Randy Smith, did this with his wife. And to see their results, I was like, what did you do? And he was like, this Advocare program. I was like, seriously?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. And then for you to say it again, obviously it's something, there are no coincidences. It's not the first time it came up. And then I was like, Bashan's does it?
One day I'm going to post my before picture.
Do it today.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I'll send it to you.
You said it. Look, you put yourself out there now.
No, I don't. I'm not ashamed of it. It's it was what I was. So, but I'll show you my before picture. You'll be like, what? Okay. You'll see the difference.
I am amazed. If someone wants to get some more information on this, how can they contact you? What's the phone number?
Just call me at 504-831-1110. And then we're going to follow Eileen on her journey. So.
Yes. You're going to follow me on my journey. I'm really excited.
Before picture and after picture.
What?
Yeah.
I don't want to do it
You got to do it.
I take pictures all the time.
Well,
Lee, don't make me.
We'll pull up an old picture.
Lee, don't make
and
me.
put it up there. There you go.
We can coincide this with your next visit at the wellness.
There you go.
I know, yes.
Boom.
Let's do it. Yeah, perfect.
I'm coming too.
Do y'all see how they keep me accountable?
There you go.
Do y'all see how they keep me accountable?
Bada bang, bada boom.
So if you would like to join me on this journey, it's a 24-day journey. I'm going to be updating you kind of every time I think about it, but definitely every Wednesday. So for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be talking about this. I'm really, really excited. Open your mind to living differently in the world. Get focused, get some clarity, get some faith, because you got to have a little faith that you know it's going to work. And when you kind of see other people work, sometimes that helps you, but sometimes you need to get it from within. And I'm ready. So, Bashan, one more time, how can they contact you if they want this?
Call me at 504-831-1110.
And I'm going to put pictures of it on our Facebook page, The Good Life Radio Show, and Eileen Carter. Make sure you follow us, because that is The Good Life. We'll be right back with Bobby Clark Alexander. We will be discussing clarity, faith, and focus. Open your mind, y'all. Think of what you can do when you're really focused.
Gumbo Talk Thursday on the Good Life Radio Show is brought to you by the Downtown Development District. Over 40 years ago, the DDD was created to foster economic development in the heart of the Crescent City. Today, that vision is a real success, and downtown NOLA is thriving. Tune in Thursdays to the Good Life Radio Show at 11 a.m. to connect with the retailers, businesses, and the downtown experience to be a part of what's happening in your city you call home. Visit Downtown NOLA today. It's the Good Life.
Hi, I'm Henry Jolly, your relationship expert and nationally certified counselor. Everyone at some point in their life goes through struggles. I'm a firm believer that people have the ability to will themselves into good situations, but sometimes they may need some assistance. Being a loving husband, father, and successful businessman while having a passion for the counseling profession has allowed me to gain experience with a variety of these struggles. Let's work together to achieve your individual, family, or marital potential. Come and see me at the New Orleans Growth Center, located at 3712 MacArthur Boulevard on the West Bank in Suite 209. You can reach me at 504-259-8671 or by email, which is henry.jolly@yahoo.com. Thanks for your time, and I'm looking forward to working with you soon.
Are you satisfied with your current financial position? My name is Kenneth Barnes, President and CEO of KB Enterprises, where we specialize in putting together step-by-step financial action steps for your plan for today and for tomorrow. Whether you're 50 to 85 and need assistance with your final expenses, we have coverage options for every situation. Let us put life back into your finances. Call us today at 504-914-1202. That's 504-914-1202.
Small businesses play an important role in society, and L&R Security is no different. L&R Security delivers safety and comfort to our neighborhoods, events, apartment communities, conventions, work sites, festivals, and your business. L&R Security can be reached at 504-943-3191 to ensure the safety of your employees, customers, family, friends, and you. L&R Security has made its mark in the security arena for over 37 years and will faithfully continue that tradition. Call today for your personalized consultation to ensure your security needs are met. L&R Security differentiates itself by creating partnerships with our clients and guards. We are now hiring armed and unarmed guard professionals, retired military, sheriffs, and PD to grow with us and impact our community. Be a part of the change with L&R Security. Call us now at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191.
Carter Business Development delivers. For businesses to compete, they must have access. Let CBD be your bridge for business development services, radio advertising, social media marketing, brand ambassador, outreach, and access. Contact Carter Business Development at 504-400-7127 or email Eileen@tglradioshow.com. Carter Business Development creates unfolding opportunities. CBD connects the dots from where you are to where you want to be. Join the good life now with Carter Business Development. 504-400-7127. 504-400-7127. As quoted, a man who stops advertising to save money is like a man who stops a clock to save time. Let CBD save you time and give you access. Call 504-400-7127. 504-400-7127. Take the steps required for access so you can live the good life too with Carter Business Development. That's 504-400-7127.
Are you looking for a better way to get fit? Bored with the same old routines? Looking for results or a way to instill discipline in the kids? Tiger Rock Martial Arts is the answer with Taekwondo, kickboxing, and self-defense classes. Tiger Rock diversifies your training in ways that allows individuals of all ages and fitness levels to feel like a champion. Join Tiger Rock today. TigerRockNola.com or 504-455-9694. That's 504-455-9694 with a 3-class starter pack starting for only $38, which includes your training uniform. Learn, grow, and succeed with Tiger Rock's 3 convenient locations: Old Metairie, West Bank, and Clearview. There's no better time to start gaining strength, skills, and protection for life than now. 504-455-9694. 504-455-9694. See you on the mat.
WBOK, New Orleans.
Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Wellness Wednesday, and we're here to open your mind. We are back on Wellness Wednesday, and we are here to open your mind to living differently in the world. So I want to start by saying and reminding us of how this show began with Dr. Hadia Nicole Greene. She is a young black woman who she found a 3-in-1 system for early detection, imaging, targeting, and selective treatment of cancer in a 10-minute laser-activated nanoparticle treatment that induces 100% tumor regression. Did you hear me? 100% tumor regression. TV1 and Roland Martin, he did an interview and he posted it yesterday. So I really just saw it this morning and I was like, oh, I got to fit this into the show because it's really that important. She needs $30 million to take this to fruition. And $30 million, y'all, Bashan's and I broke it down. That is $100 from 6,000 people in every state of the United States of America. That is totally doable. She was looking for it in 3 years. We can blow her mind because God is behind this. We already know that, and so we need to make it happen. $100 for 6,000 people in every state. And I know there's somebody out there who knows somebody who has a foundation that they can help push this forward even faster. So let's make some partnerships. She really just went on Roland Martin's show for the first time, and she hadn't even had any other partnerships yet. So she's starting from, step one. So let's push her and let's, create the momentum so that we can all live the good life cancer-free, because it is not specific to one cancer. It is to all cancers. And I know everybody out there knows somebody who had cancer. So let's do this. It is available. Let's do it. Open your mind. She did it with a lot of clarity. And that's what today's show is on Wellness Wednesday today. Clarity, focus, and faith. And, of course, I have my girl, Bobby Clark Alexander from the ATL, on the line with me this morning. We are talking about clarity, faith, and focus. Bobby, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I am great. I actually had to take my mom to the doctor, but I got back in at about noon, and I put the show on while I was in the house walking around. Excellent show. I've really enjoyed the show, Eileen. Great job.
Thank you. Number one, to create clarity, we need to assume 100% responsibility for our own clarity. And you know what? That's kind of hard to do because many people assume that clarity is something that will arrive in good time if they simply wait patiently. Others feel stunted that they aren't gifted with the same degree of clarity as others. The common pattern is that clarity is seen as something that is bestowed from the outside in, and it's something that God just bestows on you. And it is. You can pray for it, but we have, prayer without works, right?
Yeah, it's dead.
So
you hit it, Eileen.
We got to do something.
That's a great walk-in right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I was actually thinking about that. What it is, I hear people all the time saying, I want to do this, I want to do that. But while you're waiting, while you're trusting some things to happen for you, you have to do what you know to do. You have to do what you're able to do and what you can do. And one thing about that is researching, finding out what's there, how you can help yourself. Or are you really, really trying to get something done, or you just talking about it? You have to intentionally fix your mind and your heart that you want to do this. It's almost like you have to put blinders on, like the horse blinders, and you have to look forward. You have to have tunnel vision. And I noticed that my male clients do it better than my female clients.
Really?
Yeah, the males, they get fixed and focused, just like Bashan, how he got fixed and focused. One day he made a decision, this is what he wanted to do. I've heard some of his testimony before because I was there, actually, the last time he spoke about it. And once he fixed his mind, he's focused. Men are like that. They're very intentional because they don't allow emotions to get all in the way. You know, a lot of times that's the issue that I have with couples when it comes to sex. You know, men are more mechanical. You know, women have emotions, and you know, we got to have certain things done before that happens. Don't just come at me like that. Okay, but I know that's not the subject today. That's for Tuesday.
That's clarity. You need clarity in your relationships. If you want your relationship to work and your significant other is asking for an intimate relationship and you're not delivering it, you have lack of clarity in your relationship.
Exactly, and it is, and that is the big issue. You know, women want you, if you make that phone call and you just, you know, call her twice that day, and you know, you already got it sex. You know, I'm serious. And by the time you get home, you know, she's ready. Why? You took a moment to say, I care. And just to check on my day. That, you know, that deals with her emotions. You know, women go by what they hear. Men go by what they see. They see it mechanically. They go at it. Boom. Okay. So
they're clear when they see it, and we're clear when we hear it.
So when a man decides, I want to do this, oh, God, they can do it. And actually, I pay attention. I have a boy and I have a girl. With my boy, I pay attention to some of the things that he do when he gets focused, especially with weight and all of that. When he decides that he cannot replace his whole wardrobe of clothes, which is 2 big closets full, top and bottom, then he begins to buckle down, and he is so focused. He don't care what we're eating, what he's smelling, what's around him. He is focused. But, you know, with me, I will cheat. But I find out that my daughter has a focus, too. And the millennials want the world, but they don't want to spend a dime. So I pay attention to their attributes. I pay attention to their character traits. What it is, because they want the world and don't want to spend a dime, they're very innovative. There we go back to research. There we go back to checking things
back
out.
to Dr.
How can
Greene.
I get this?
Yes.
You know,
back to Dr. Greene
for a beer, you know, a beer budget. Right. How can I do this? And that's how they become millionaires. So it's all about what it is that you want. Do you really want it, or you're just talking about it? Like Eileen, you said all the time, get your mind right. Some people are just literally just saying stuff. It has not made that connection cognitively.
And here's a perfect example. We talked about this young lady all morning, Dr. Greene, creating a cure for cancer. They laughed at her.
Oh, yeah.
They laughed at her. They said it couldn't be done. Then they threw her a monkey wrench and said, nobody's going to pay attention to that because it doesn't require a drug. You're gonna eradicate cancer and it doesn't require a drug. What do you mean? They're not going to put money behind that. They have to make money off of you. You can't create a technique that doesn't require a drug where somebody's going to make make some money. Oh my God, really?
Actually, but I heard that, and I have to applaud her. She's keen.
And she
That's
still
a
did it.
millennial thought process because people are more into health now. I mean, I know the doc was there. I don't know if he's still there.
No,
but people go more into health now, like he's doing. He's educating us every week on health, okay? So there are a lot of people now. She is right in the flow. When that thing happens, she's going to go down in the history books. I'm telling you.
Oh, she is.
Because she is in the vein of where we are. Also, too, when you have visions and dreams, you have to make sure that you're relevant. Okay?
Yes.
Is there something you got stuck on from childhood that isn't relevant? That's where reading and research and going to events that are in line with what it is that you're trying to do. Sometimes people just have a fog dream. It's like sometimes it's a fairy tale, and then when it doesn't happen, they get very discouraged. I kind of felt that. There are a lot of people that hit just then. Eileen, I felt it.
Yes.
A lot of people, you're trying to do something that is no longer relevant.
Mm.
Okay? Or you really need to tweak it. It's not working because you need to tweak it. You can't go on your self-knowledge and just gift. You have to see what someone else has done, and that is what triggers your innovation.
Ooh. And hanging out with the same people and not putting yourself in different situations is not going to get you there.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You have to get with others that have gone past where you're trying to go. When you're in a comfort zone situation where everyone around you is on the same level or below you, or you're the smartest person in the group, you're never going to get to that place where you're trying to go. Because you're not serious. Because if you were, whatever pride, inadequacies, deficiencies that you feel like you have, you get over it. It's like you get delivered from it. You have to make up in your mind. That's why I say cognitively it has not made the connection. The transmission from one side of your brain to the other quadrant of your brain, it has not made the connection because you got one part, but you haven't gotten the other part. You can't just sit there and think it's going to drop, or sit in the house and think that you can come up with it on your own. You got to get in different circles. You got to go. You got to research. You have to talk to people, and you have to be able to listen. When I pay money and go to workshops or do research or whatever, I sit down and I shut my mouth because I am trying to learn and get what they're already doing.
And it's so funny that you say that, Bobby, because one of the things I was looking for, like, kind of a list kind of just help people to how to get more focused. One of the things you said about, cognitively, things working, y'all are going to hate this, but overstimulating yourself on caffeine. Avoid, I'm so
bingo.
serious.
Eileen,
avoid it because,
hot today.
Thank you, because you have to avoid these stimulants because they actually cause swings in your thought process and your emotions.
Yes, it does.
And you don't even know that it's doing that. But you're so addicted to coffee. They have some people who walk around with their coffee cup everywhere they go. They let it get cold and they put it back in the microwave and reheat it. Y'all know who you are. You have to have your fix every day. And not saying, if you have, but those people who are overstimulating themselves, some people, you're so overstimulated you can't even think properly.
But guess what? You're so hot today until 3 weeks ago I went on straight decaf.
Really? I am so
3 weeks ago for that very reason that you're speaking of right now. Boom.
Boom. So I know if it's touching you, it's hitting somebody else. And then y'all know it's Wellness Wednesday, so don't think I'm not pulling this all again. Eating healthy, unrefined foods. Make sure you're eating fruits and vegetables, juices, smoothies, whatever it is for you that works with your body well. All the sugars, the added sugars, we're not talking about the natural. We're talking about all those added sugars and that added salt and those preservatives and all that extra stuff that your body can't break down. Y'all, it's not helping you be clear and focused. It's really causing you to be hazy because your body's focused on doing other things because it can't digest what you're putting in it.
And Eileen, do I have a second to do a plug? I want to do a plug for your pastor real quick, but it runs right into what you're talking about. Is that okay?
Yes, please.
Okay, listen, there are a lot of people, especially in the New Orleans area, there are a lot of prophetic women and females. I have had so many people that are trying to get to me. They can't afford it, whatever, their kids or whatever it is. Let me tell you something. There is a man in that city, R.C. Blake. and that man has a passion for women. I've been knowing it for years, at least 20 years before I think he even wanted to deal with that in that arena. I used to go to that church all the time when his dad was alive. Women, if you're looking for leadership prophetically, even though you belong in somebody else's house, listen to me. You need training. That man can help you. This is heavy on my heart. I had to throw that in. You've been crying and wanting, and you're sitting in places that can't help you. You can attend that church, but you have to go somewhere else for training. I did it. There's nothing wrong with that. If that person can't train you, you need to go and get the training. He trains. You don't have to have him to pastor you. I'm sorry. I had to throw that in.
Go
because
ahead.
there are a lot of people there who want it.
Go ahead. No, absolutely. Absolutely. And he has a talk that he goes all over the country with, a father-daughter talk. Lessons.
I just found that out last night. Somebody emailed me. I didn't know that.
Yes. He goes all around the country having that talk with young ladies that they never had.
And see, that's what I'm saying.
I've
been knowing. I mean, whenever I get a chance to sit down with him, I will share the things and the reasons why I know that he has this. And so I got it from him, even in his sermons and teachings way before. Now, I was able to glean it because I was so hungry for it. Why? I was focused for training, prophetic training, and it's a prophetic time. Look how hot Eileen is because she's on the pulse of the prophetic for the 21st century.
Y'all can play around, but that's my church. And you know what, Bobby? You know what? Lee, I'm going to take an extra minute. I know you're going to be mad, but it's funny because, I'm sorry. I actually, I grew up with them because my dad and Prophet Blake's were really good friends. But Bobby brought me back to him. She's like, Eileen, you need to be under him. And it has absolutely changed my life. So he has 2 books out that, look, he didn't even know we're doing this. So he's going to hear it. He's going to hear it somewhere.
So
but he has.
I knew that you had to have the right training, and he's the man in that city to do it.
He is.
Prophetic girl, female.
He is, y'all. He has 2 books out. One is Wisdom for Women in Ministry. I'm not kidding. I read it in 2 days. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, it makes me just, it dropped the mic. Wisdom for Women in Ministry. And the other book is The Father-Daughter Talk. You can follow him on all of his social media sites, RC Blakes. I know he's on Periscope. He does things all the time. He has a YouTube channel. He's on Facebook. He does Facebook Live. He drops nuggets so often. Like, you're going to have to need a basket to pick up the nuggets. But follow him if you want his books or any of his information.
He's going to have an overflow. Tell him Eileen and Bobby sent you.
We sent you. Yes. He's going to be like, yes. We called him out this morning. rcblakes.com. rcblakes.com. You can get all of his information. Yes, please follow him. The service is at 7:30 a.m. on Sundays, and y'all know if he wasn't this good, I wouldn't be getting up that early. 7:30 on Sundays, and Bible study is 7 o'clock on Thursday nights. At 1616 Robert C. Blake's Senior Boulevard. Yep. New Home Family Ministries. Look, Bobby said, thanks, Lee. She did it, not me. I just had to complete it. Y'all, that's a good life. Get your mind right. Open your mind to living differently in the world. This is Wellness Wednesday, and we're out.